Okay, I said in the last video that nothing would ever top Red Brief J. Absolutely nothing. That was the top of crazy-ass weirdness. The one that seems to be the closest to getting that dubious honor is the mean MC here, immediately afterwards. And I think that this is taking place in another, I'm not gonna say horror level, just kinda bizarre, illusionary type of stuff, like it would be a magician's world, and that's... Illusions aren't necessarily creepy, and it didn't really go for that, but the mean MC here is pretty close to bizarro Red Brief J logic. And again, I do really like Mean MC because he has a great design. He's animated incredibly well for the character they actually wanted to give him, and it really comes across and gives him some personality as a boss character, especially in comparison to some of the early stuff that we'd seen in Wario World, like the Green Fist, the Scythe-armed monster. They can't touch the Mean MC, and I suppose there's a somewhat sort of pride I can give to seeing Treasure put some of its best ideas beyond the halfway mark of the game. You probably should put a good idea or two in the beginning parts of the game, but there is a sort of respect I can give you for not trying to blow your load immediately when the game started. And what really makes Mean MC work is the personality that's tied into the gameplay mechanic. Because instead of just running around and punching Mean MC until you can throw him into a wall, like we've been seeing in some of these boss fights, Mean MC is actually terrified of fighting. Like, he doesn't actually want to be here. And you can see that in the way that he does his body language, like he's all scrunched up and blocks himself sort of with his arms, and his teeth are chattering. You know, that sort of thing. And the way that he walks, like trying to be all sneaky and crap like Mr. Burns, except terrified. And I just like the overall design of him, because it's perfect for what they were going for. And, you know, he's supposed to be an MC, he's supposed to be a performer, so he has the stupid hat, a ridiculous mask, and he's wearing striped pants. And the gimmick that you have to do is that you have to play a shell game to find the Mean MC. The Mean MC will wander into one of his cups, and then magic arms will just swap him around with the other two. And if you hit the wrong one, you'll have to deal with a penalty, or you'll have to fight some additional enemies. And considering the enemies in this game, that wouldn't actually be too much of a penalty to ask Wario to deal with. It extends the boss fight somewhat illegitimately, but considering it's the main gameplay gimmick that Mean MC is going for, and it doesn't last forever with animations or trap you in a cutscene, I give it some slack for trying to go with this idea. And plus, you know, this is a Mario game, so the shell game isn't impossible. It's challenging enough to where, you know, it's not baby's first gambling game, but, you know, they sort of got close to the standard that they really should have went with for the idea. And then just being able to hit Mean MC, see him jump and be all terrified, oh, I got caught! And then you can just beat him up for wasting your time and being terrified. It really is a fun-ass boss fight, just to see the animations, to see the character do his thing, get to experience this different gameplay idea that Treasure went with for the Mean MC, see something unique put on screen. It lasts about 3 minutes, so you get a bit of good times with this highlight of a boss. And it just really ties together the whole magical level that they were going with a boss that really encapsulated the quirky gameplay that you can get away with in a level that deals mainly with illusionary magical crap.